This is part 2 of your feelings versus their feelings. As a quick overview, it feels that you are in a very good place within, that you have worked on your own self-concept and your own mindset here with this Ace of Cups. And you have found yourself to be in this place of peace. And as I had mentioned in part 1, being in this place is a very powerful position to be. When you have dedicated yourself to this type of healing, then you will only accept others to come into your life if they are going to add to your peace, not detract from it. As you did not work this hard to become who you are just to have somebody else come and knock you off kilter again. So you have come to this place of peace, and for some of you, you may have found a new love. One that is incredibly special and it fills your soul. And for others, there is this knowing that there is a reconciliation that is coming in for you, or this reconciliation is about to begin for you. Whatever love that you are experiencing coming in, it is very rare. To me, this has always reminded me of the Holy Grail of love. And then we have the King of Stars, which in a traditional deck is known as the King of Pentacles. Once again, confirming your place of power. Showing up as a king is showing that there is something that you have mastered. At this particular time, you may be working on your material abundance, your career, and your finances, but this is you in a very secure and loving situation. Now for them, it feels like they may be experiencing the complete opposite. And you know what? At some point, the tables may have turned here. This may be something that you have experienced in the past and you have had to work on to get yourself into this particular position here. But this person is feeling very, very anxious about a particular situation. And this could talk about some sort of moral dilemma. This can be talking about betrayals. And with this 10 of Crystals, which in a traditional deck would be talking about the 10 of Swords, then this is talking about painful endings. And yet there is this hope here, with the sun here in the background. It is talking about the dawning of a new era, or perhaps a new beginning. And I feel that there is this hope that they are holding, that there may be this new beginning with you. Not only do we see the sun peeking from behind the mountains here, we see the sun that is peeking behind this throne, showing that you are their wish, you are their hope, you are their sunshine. And let's make a mental note of this star here, which very much reminds me of a Merkaba. I think it's going to be part of the conversation down the road. So we kind of have a feel for what's going on for the both of you, and the point of this particular video is for us to look at what might be the outcome between you. So let me go grab another deck and we are going to begin there. So Spirit, may we please have a look? We can see that both are in very different places to be, emotionally and mentally. May we have a look at what might be the possible outcome between them, I do very much feel that you are guiding this person somehow, I believe energetically and spiritually, that there is some sort of soul tie or soul bond. But let us have a look. What might be the potential outcome here? What might be the potential outcome? What do we need to know, Spirit, about the energy between them and the potential outcome? Okay, let's have a look. What have we got here? Bottom of the deck, we have got the 3 of Cups. We have the Moon, the 8 of Cups, the 5 of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Swords. It's actually very interesting how the cards came out. I mean, you saw me shuffle. These two really fell kind of like on your pile, and these ones more or less fell on top of their pile. I think that's quite telling, again, of the energies here. The combination of the two cards that landed on your pile show me that you are taking leaps and strides, quite literally, towards your own destiny. And do you remember that I told you that I felt like the tables were turning? This is exactly what the Wheel of Fortune represents. It shows this turning of situations. With the Knight of Swords, you have got a goal and you are absolutely working towards it. You are very ambitious and very driven. And heaven forbid anyone who tries to divert you from this path. I don't think they have a chance at all. I see you as being unwavering on your particular path. I can also see you having absolute confidence in yourself and in your destiny. And in regards to this person, you may have this feeling of, if this person is meant to be in my life, then they can catch me up. That's really what I'm getting, and it's not out of spite, it's just out of knowing truly, genuinely, that if this person is meant to be in your life, then they will be, and you do not need to slow your pace down. You are very much taking action towards your destiny. And of course, I'm not saying this with harshness, because I feel that there is love that you have for this person, there's care, there's concern. But you also recognize that every single person has their own path, quite literally. Got a couple of paths here, in fact 3. Every single one of these cards is indicating a path. And you have this understanding that everyone has their own path that they must walk. And this person still seems to be caught in some sort of loop or some sort of cycle. Is definitely, again, talking about, well, the Moon card, it talks about fears, it talks about anxieties. The 8 of Cups, it talks about walking away from something. And the meaning that I'm going to give you here is not a traditional meaning of the cards, but these 8 cups that we see them all in this upright standing position. And traditionally, this is a card that speaks about feeling unfulfilled and abandoned in some ways. However, with all the cups in this upright position, to me, I read it slightly differently. I feel that things are satisfactory, simply satisfactory in their life, and yet there is more that they could achieve in this particular lifetime, and they realize that. So we've got anxious, unfulfilled, and with the 5 of Cups, it's a card that's saying that they are, well, quite miserable. There are these feelings of regret and failure. That is what is shown here with these 3 spilled cups. I feel that they turned their back on something that was beautiful here with these 2 standing cups, which to me have always represented the 2 of Cups within tarot, divine love, and the potential of divine union. For some, there may have been some sort of third-party situation here with the 3 of Cups. Third party does not always mean another person, although it can do. It can talk about any stumbling block between you. Age, distance, religious beliefs, cultural differences, these can all be obstacles between the both of you. And certainly there is an emotional connection between the both of you. It would not surprise me at all if you were to say to me that you can pick up on this person's thoughts and their feelings. Telepathy is real, and it is becoming stronger, especially for those that may have soul bonds or soul ties. We are going to pull some more cards in a moment, but I would like to take a second just to invite those who maybe have been thinking about learning beginner's tarot, real beginner's tarot. I have created a course, and it's actually taken me several months to put together, and currently it is $44, so I'm hoping to keep it affordable for everyone. And with that, there is the potential to get accreditation with it. If this is something that you are interested in, it is an online program and there is a link to it within my bio. What it feels like is that both of you are very much on your own paths and experiencing very different energies. You feel grounded, you feel secure, you've been working on yourself, you have goals that you are hitting, achieving, and you are working on creating your own destiny here. You may have a new love that has come into your life and you are moving forward. There is this energy of tables that have been turned and of reaping what you have sown here with this Wheel of Fortune card. They, on the other side, are so anxious and unfulfilled, and they are going to have to take this path in order to find their own particular purpose. And you can see within this particular card that it is foggy and it is misty and that there is mountains that are needing to be overcome. Mountains within tarot, they talk of obstacles and challenges. It's a very different place from where you are. And it's not to say that that can't change, because we know that things can change just like that in the twinkling of an eye. But as we're looking at these energies, it does not feel like this would be a good match at this time. This person feels full of regret, and yeah, there certainly could have been some third-party goings on. It feels like there could have been some sort of moral dilemma, things that have come to an end, very painful endings. And this is going round and round in this person's mind. Let's pull a final card. Spirit, we can see that there are two very different paths that seem to be going on at this moment in time. Can we please have a look as to, will these paths ever merge? Will they ever merge? Will we see them merge in this lifetime? In this lifetime, will they merge? Interesting. Look, we have got the Death card, but the Death card has come in reverse. If it had come in the upright position, this would be talking about the ability to change, to do a head-to-toe change, an inner change, an outer change. This would be talking about a time to let go. But I feel that this person, I've said it before, I feel like they're in some sort of rut or in some sort of cycle. And the fact that the Death card has come in reverse is this resistance to change. And to some, even an inability. Look at the card with me. Do you see it says repeating negative patterns? While this person is in this state, I do not believe that the both of you can merge your paths. I feel that yes, this person may come in and connect with you multiple times because they feel this pull. You are their hope, you are their light, but there's something within that they find too challenging to be able to overcome. And here you are going to move forward and get on with your life. I feel that there is some sort of soul tie or some sort of soul bond, and actually with this Knight of Swords you may choose at some point to cut energetic cords with this person. And I feel so much compassion for this person because I can see where they're stuck and how a shift of a mindset could change absolutely everything for them. But at this particular moment, this person is not able or is choosing not to do that shift and in that change. So the vibrational frequencies just don't match here, and therefore it would not work long term. Yes, you may come together for a little space and time, and then you would notice that the repeat patterns are happening again. This does feel like a very specific message, and I did say earlier, this is a collective reading and therefore it is not going to resonate with everyone. So please always listen to your intuition as to whether this reading even pertains to you. If you would like your own private reading, then there is a link in my bio to same-day readings that will be returned to you within 24 hours. all of these beautiful cards can be found linked in my bio, and you will find them linked under Tarot Stack. Again, for those that might be interested in a beginner's tarot class, I am very excited to share my class with you. It's an online course and the link is in my bio. And my final offering for you today is this beautiful Divine Union journal that comes with a set of Divine Union affirmation cards and journal prompts. And these are the very tools that I created. So I am the designer of these, and I created these originally for myself. You know what? When I was in this rut, when I was here and I needed to change my mindset and my self-concept to take me to here, then these are the very tools that I used to help me from being single into a very, very rewarding divine union with my twin soul. And you can again find the link with it in my bio.